So with the noodle, you're pulling into your chest, strong action pulling in and out. Then you can go with the legs over the noodle, so both legs over the noodle, and you're going to pull all the way out behind you, keep the toes up high, and then bring the feet over the noodle and extend, stretching out. From there's a few routines that you can do. The first one's in the prone position. So hands out and your chest is down. You're looking down into the water and you're bringing the noodle in with both feet. So you're touching both feet. I'm demonstrating with one leg, but participants will be suspended in the water, bringing both feet in. You can take that into a strong, short, fast action, and then you can alternate the legs. So you can go left, then right, then left, then right. With a short, fast action with the noodle. Strong upper body. With your toes up high, the abdominals are working hard to hold the legs in position, and the noodle, so noodle out behind you, and you're going to bring the heels in close to the body, and the noodle's going to touch the heels and then push out behind you. So come in, touch, push out, come in, touch, push out. From there, you can change the grip. So you've got thumbs in front now, thumbs in front, fingers behind, and repeat that same exercise. Much more of a challenge through the upper body, shoulders, chest and back. Push through. Another variation for abdominal work is to have the noodle sit under the legs. So you can either sit them under the knee, or for an extra challenge you can sit them under the ankle. From there, the noodle's just going to float and support the legs in that position, creating a really good body position to work the abdominal. So you can start with double hands forward. So you can go across the surface and pull through. So you're crunching upper body moving towards your thighs. Then you can go double scoop deep. You're scooping down as deep as you can, contracting through the abdominals, lift, touch your heels, or touch the ends of the noodle under your heels. Then you can go into single scoop, push through, strong action that's going to create a bit of a swinging action and bring the obliques into the exercise. And then you can work a tricep. So you can hold the dumbbells or just use your palms with any of these exercises, dumbbells or palms, and you can go into a double tricep extension, making sure the elbows stay in position and just work the forearms and the palms through the water, the back of the hands lifting, and then you can go into a single action, which again is going to put you off balance, make you work harder through the abdominals, to make sure that the body doesn't swing too much. You want to keep the hips and feet in position. So on the noodle stool, you can do this in deep or shallow. And I call it pogo, but you can call it whatever you want. And it's working the noodle. So knees are coming up to the chest. If you're in the deep water, you're pushing the legs and the noodle down and up and down without touching the floor. But you can do this in the shallow end where you use the floor to stabilize and touch. Even in the shallow end though, you can ask your participants to suspend this action so they're not touching the floor at all. It's like a tuck jump, but it's just changing the dynamic with the feet on the noodle, getting some resistance on that downward phase. Also, you can take that into a wide leg action and push down in the stop. So in the deep water, you're already suspended and you're making it a short, fast action. You're not going to go into a straight leg because then it will create too much of an angle and the noodle will slide away. It's going to be a short, fast stomp with the knees up as high as you can. In the shallow water, of course, you can start with the noodle touching the floor, but then you're going to ask participants to challenge themselves by not touching the floor. Some participants even think it's a little bit easier to do suspended. Once you've got that, then you can hold with the knees up as high as you can in a squat position. You can breaststroke arms forward, breaststroke, reverse breaststroke arms, and you can even go into a snowboard, which I call snowboard, like turning the torso to the left, travel breaststroke arms, still on the noodle. The feet and the knees aren't moving, the hips aren't moving, just the upper body twist to the side, breaststroke arms to one side, turn all the way around, breaststroke arms to the other side. Okay, little routine I call noodle splits. You put the noodle under your shin bones, so somewhere between the calf and the heel, and you're going to work up and down. So in the shallow water, foot on the ground, toes pointing in the same direction as which you're looking. You're making sure you're strong through the thighs, strong abdominals, and you're lifting the legs up and down. So you're actually coming up with the noodle. The noodle's under your shin, and it's coming up and down. From there, you want to take it into a further split position if you want extra extension. So you're going to take the noodle forward and you're working into a front split. So this foot, heels coming off the ground, you're bending your knee and working really hard to lift up and down, but right into that forward position. So you're getting big, long extension. Okay, similar to the front splits, we're doing the side split. So you're going to look out in front with the noodle out to the side. You can go from the front split to the side split by just working a little bit of a swing with the noodle side to side. It's going to work really hard through the inside, outside of the side. Then you're going to hold it in position and the leg's going to go up and down out wide. It's very important to keep the hips in position, lifting up and down, and then you can go into a side split by taking that foot out, move the noodle away from the body, and you're increasing the angle, so you're getting that stretch through the inside of the thighs in the split position. The range of movement in the water is much easier to access, so you're really going to increase your flexibility. Then you've got the option of taking the noodle out behind you into a hamstring curl, lifting the noodle out. But then, of course, you can roll that front foot. So you can go from foot flat, take the toes off the ground, roll onto your heel, take the hips down lower and hips further back. So the noodle is pushing away from the body, but it's very important to stay strong through your core.